watching the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. And remember that special series coming to the Bluebonnet Regional Branch on October 4th and 5th as our special guest Avi with the Author Illustrator Program will be on hand to talk to children all about his writing process. There'll be more information about it in the September edition of the newsletter and of course in the October edition. But go to the library's website, www.ebrpl.com, and browse that online calendar of events. It's searchable by date, location, and interest. And remember my favorite word, free, free, free.
To get your pages turning this month, Tamika and I turned to something we all love, food. Julie and Julia by Julie Powell is the story of Julie Powell's attempt to revitalize her marriage, restore her ambition, and save her soul by cooking all 524 recipes in Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking, Volume 1, in a period of 365 days. At first, she thinks it will be easy, but as she moves from the simple potage pomme de terre, which is potato soup, into the more complicated realm of aspics and crepes, she realizes there's more to mastering the art of French cooking than meets the eye. With Julia always in her ear, Julie haunts the local butcher, buying kidneys and sweetbreads. She sends her husband on late-night runs for yet more butter and rarely serves dinner before midnight. She discovers how to mold the perfect orange Bavarian, the trick to extracting marrow from bone, and the intense pleasure of eating liver. Somewhere along the line, she revitalizes her life and sees that it is turned into a kitchen miracle, a miracle of creation and cuisine, and eclipsed her life's ordinariness through spectacular humor, hysteria, and perseverance. The 2008 movie starred Amy Adams as Julie Powell and Meryl Streep as Julia Child.
Oh, it was such a good movie, Chandra. My pick for this month is Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel. It's a mouth-watering tale of love, passion, and food. Tita, the youngest daughter of 3, lives in constant fear of her mother, Elena. Since her husband's untimely death, Mama Elena has ruled with an iron fist. Tita is actually being raised with the help of the loving cook, Nasha, and she spends most of her time growing up in the kitchen. As Tita gets older, the strict rules of her mother seem impossible to live by, especially when Tita, she falls in love with Pedro. When Pedro comes to ask for her hand in marriage, Tita's mother refuses, saying that her youngest daughter must never marry and must care for her until she dies. In a naive act of love, Pedro agrees to marry Tita's older sister, Rosaria, just so he can live near Tita, the love of his life, forever. It is when Tita is forced by her mother to make her sister's wedding cake that Tita's strange magic in the kitchen comes to light. Grieving and distraught, her tears fall into the cake batter, and every guest who eats the wedding cake the following day is overcome with sickness and misery. Tita continues to spend her time in the kitchen, and as the head chef, her emotions are transferred into whatever dish she's creating. Whether it's lust, anger, or love, those deep feelings go right into the food she's cooking, and then whoever she eats it, man, do they have quite a reaction. This story is set in turn-of-the-century Mexico, so besides the great recipes, there's great descriptive elements and great characterization. Like Water for Chocolate is an exquisite novel that will leave you intrigued and a little bit hungry.
I'm hungry right now. The 1992 movie is entirely in Spanish with English subtitles, but it's still a must-see.
So get to reading, and let's get to cooking. And don't forget, the library can help you do both. Whether it's fiction or cookbooks you crave, we have what you need. And that's how the page turns.
Thanks to Mika and Chandra. You know, you can even go to the library's Ed2Go online courseware and take a class on how to cook healthy to kind of offset all that wonderful chocolate. So now let me give a special invitation to all of our viewers in the Zachary and River Center areas. We'll be bringing Geek Week to the Zachary Branch Library this month and then move on to the River Center branch for the last week of the month. We need you to drop by your library and tell us what you geek. What's your passion? What do you want your library to provide, whether it's a service, a resource, or some kind of program? Tell us how we're doing and what we're missing. There are geek goodies and prizes to win, and if you want, we'll add your picture to the Geek Gallery. We want to hear from you, whether you're 6 years old or 96 years young. And now for today's contest, we're going to draw from the names of everyone who posts to the Facebook page and shares their favorite story by Avi. And while you're there, enjoy. We're not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow next month? Well, food is a big player with Pride Community History Day and a salute to Louisiana food products.
Next month, I'll take you to the beautiful Pride Caneyville Branch Library to share what they have planned just for you.
Next month, I'll tell you all about how we can help you identify the antiques in your attic.
And I'll share our favorite spooky craft and books.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 13 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at www.ebrpl.com.